I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm here with Jean Carbonell, who is an artist and also coordinator for this year's Art in the Farm, which takes place in West Barnstable. Hello.
Hi, Melissa.
Thanks for coming here. Last time I saw you, we were actually out at the farm.
That's right.
But we have a way of getting, well, we're going to get to the farm visually.
Absolutely.
Rather than physically.
That's right.
But let's start first with you yourself as an artist and what type of work that you do.
Okay. Well, I came to art late in life. I was a geriatric social worker on the Cape for years and years and years. And I started with drawing and moved through all the media, and I've kind of settled on oils, pastels, and watercolor when I travel.
Still a wide variety there, different styles with each one that
Right.
you use, I'm sure.
Right.
And you do printmaking as well.
That's right. That's right. I'm on the board of the Printmakers of Cape Cod, and we actually have a show over at the Geyer Barn. So I'm trying to keep all my art shows separate
That's
here
right.
and keep them straight.
And so you're an artist and also a love of the art, and you transport that art into Art in the Farm.
That's right. That's right. Well, we decided we needed a fundraiser because I am chair of the fundraising committee for MeetingHouse Farm, which is a town-owned, wonderful resource. We have community gardens there. And the barn needed a roof. Well, the barn now has a roof 3 or 4 years later. So all these events are aimed at supporting MeetingHouse Farm, which is a beautiful resource for people to use.
Do you yourself have a spot on the farm?
I do. I have a share in a floral quilt at the front. We have various colored flower patches, and a friend of mine and I work one of those just for the benefit of the people going by.
To walk through, I was just going to ask, a floral quilt, it sounds so beautiful. So do you get to pick what color you want? Or
yes, we have the pink and purple square right up near Route 149.
How fabulous is that?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is it in full bloom for?
It's in bloom right now. It goes through, we have some perennials in there and some annuals, so it goes through periods where it's not so interesting, but I drive by it just about every day, and it's in bloom right now.
How wonderful. Yes,
Yeah.
and there's lots of little pathways for people to walk and stroll as well.
Absolutely. I was telling your folks here they ought to bring their leashed dogs for
Okay.
a walk at the farm.
Yes.
And they can walk up behind and see the community gardens. We have 30 community garden plots, too. And those are thriving this year with all the warm weather.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah. And that, for more information on that, the farm, where's your visual?
Oh, I have my cute little low-tech visual.
You can put up your website. We don't even need a graphic. Ask an artist to come, she makes her own.
You can go directly to www.meetinghousefarm.org and you will see information about Art at the Farm 2012.
Go. That's right. It leads us into, in addition to finding out about the community gardens and all the farm has to offer, it has the information about Art in the Farm, which is coming up August 18th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is part of the overall Village Days down in West Barnstable Village. But tell us a little bit about Art in the Farm.
Okay, we have a half a dozen artists who will be showing and selling their work in small tents. We're going to have a giant tent from the Sheriff's Department. And inside that tent will be Corinne Lilly demonstrating her weaving and her hand-dyed yarns. And we'll have Dee Dee Tonelli demonstrating Chinese brush painting, which you can take part in. It's an interactive demo this year. We're going to have Julie Blanchard doing a watercolor demo. And then we'll have a farm tent where you can learn all about garlic at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Everything you wanted to know.
You can meet a master gardener in the afternoon, and then I think in the afternoon I'm going to do a white line woodblock demo.
Excellent.
So we're trying to make it more interactive. We have a theme this year of nature, and getting artists to hew to a theme is like herding cats, but you know, people will have that in mind. It should be fun. It's part of the West Barnstable Festival, which is very family-centered and always a lot of fun.
Sure, and the theme itself, too, it'll be interesting to see how those artists interpret the theme of nature. So that's wonderful. And then you mentioned that the silent auction is probably one of the biggest components
it is our
to
biggest
the fundraiser.
fundraiser.
And what type of items? That's where they'll come and you bid, obviously, on the different items that you want. Highest bidder takes it. Is that
That's
how
right.
I understand
You can do all your Christmas shopping there.
Okay.
We have everything.
Don't rush it's only August.
You can buy everything from handmade jewelry to a stay at someone's home in Maine, although I think that isn't available this year, unfortunately. That was a very popular item. We have Joe and his wife, Mrs. Leary, I'm blanking on her names, cheesecake, handmade cheesecake. That's a very popular item. We had over 100 items last year for the silent auction. Some of it is artwork, but much of it is not.
And that, again, is right on the farm. So it's
right on the farm.
It's really a tremendous opportunity to come and meet some of the local artists.
That's right. We'll have some plein air artists painting on site, too,
which is always fun to watch. It's remarkable when you see that and how beautiful. Now, not that I'm going to jinx it, Jean. The weather is going to be perfect.
Absolutely perfect, but we do have a rain date this year, and it's Sunday.
Okay.
Which is the same as the festival's rain date. We have not had a rain date in the past. We were very lucky, but we did have a couple of downpours last year, and one of the artists got some damage to her work.
Oh, no fun. Now let's show our viewers a little bit about the work that you did bring today.
I brought some of mine just to show folks the sort of thing. This is a small painting I did at Sandy Neck on plein air. Very recently, actually.
Very recently, and that's an oil painting, isn't it?
That's an oil painting on panel. And this one is a print. It's a monotype. And I did that a while ago, and that's a larger one, and I'll probably show that as well at Art at the Farm. My grandson is going to be my salesman. He's 10 years old. He's 10. And he cannot wait.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And as you say, it ties into the village. Now, do you know a little bit about what goes on at the Village Festival as well?
Absolutely. They've got food up there. They've got the Foam Frolic will be back. If you've been to the West Barnstable Festival before, you'll know that's the most popular.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
They spray a whole big area of foam, and the kids frolic in it.
And the firemen have a wonderful time, too. They're like big kids, and that's always very popular.
And there'll be shuttles, Jean, correct?
Yes, there's a shuttle bus.
To get to the farm and back, because parking's a little tough right there for people who don't know. The farm is right as you come off that 149 on the left before you get to 6A.
That's correct. If people know where the Rooster Church is, there's a green triangle in front of the Rooster Church, and the sign for MeetingHouse Farm is right at that point of that triangle. Near exit 5 of Route 6, but most folks will be coming from on Cape. I would think. Well, hope we're going to come from all different ways. And before we go, again, we're going to highlight the website address to the meetinghousefarm.org, where you can get all the information. It's definitely worth a trip out to the farm. If you cannot, we want you to go during the fundraiser. But of course, if you can, it's worth a trip to get out there as well. And I'm sure there's information on the site as to how you can lend your support for the event as well. We always need volunteers too. If we have people who are looking for something to do, everything from raking, from baking for our pie sale in November, we need help.
That pie sale, I know people line up big time, well in advance. It's usually a very quick sale.
It is.
If you're not there early.
If you're not there early, it's all over.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. I wish you much success with the events, and we'll see you soon. And again, I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing everyone an artful day.